Starting this new month of May with some good trades. We have a few trades to look over this week. Let's get down to our weekly analysis. So we're going to start off with EURUSD. This is a trade that I took personally last week. Pretty much my analysis was that price was pretty bearish. It started showing signs of resistance with this kind of market movement, with this a lot of wicks. So I was expecting price to maybe give us a retest of these highs right over here. So what I waited for was a daily shift of structure, and lucky for me, price also gave me a head and shoulders on the daily. I entered the market as soon as I saw a break. I ideally would have waited for a retest, but I kind of expected market to just keep on with this momentum since there was a pretty strong area of support. I did enter this market. Now price is inside sort of this channel. I'm still pretty confident on this trade, so I'm still going to be holding on to this trade. Hopefully the price breaks this channel. If so, I might scale in considering a few areas of interest from over here. So if that turns out towards what I expected, then yeah, I'll be looking to take this trade again. Then we're gonna start off fresh with EURUSD. So my analysis or my game plan for EURUSD was if 4 hour goes bullish, wait for a retest of daily area of structure. So what I mean by that is price was somewhere over here when I wrote that down. So what I was looking for was a retest of this daily structure where there's resistance, support. Price had broken below this, so I was waiting for a retest, which price perfectly did so. It gave us a really strong wick rejection, and now price ended this week with a bearish candle. So overall this week is looking good. I'm looking to short the markets next week as well, because I'm seeing US dollar strengthening over next week. Now, so what my game plan for this week is going to be is that I'm going to be waiting for a retest of either one of these two 1 hour areas of structure where price has taken a lot of support and resistance. Ideally, I want price to retest this area because that would be a stronger area. But even if I see my entry over here, then I'm just going to enter the markets over here, targeting the strong weekly area of structure where price has taken sharp returns from over here. As we can see, as soon as price came here, took support, price broke under, resistance, and so on. So this is my analysis for EURUSD. So we're going to head down to our next pair, which is AUDUSD. Now, I am thinking of shorting these markets. Reason being, price is pretty bullish. The momentum has started to go down. The candles have slowed down. And as we can see, daily here was stuck in this channel for quite some time, around 2 weeks. Now, when we look down to 4 hour, we can see this range better. Now, the reason why I am looking to short this market is because this seems like a fake out. I think if price closes back under in this range again over here, I'm going to be shorting these markets. My original strategy was to wait for price to break under over here so I can go short until this daily area of structure. As we can see over here, price has seen a lot of rejections on this structure, so I was looking to short until there. If price closes below this 1 hour high low, then I'm going to be looking to enter these markets. Next pair is EURUSD. So we're going to start off with weekly right over here. I'm waiting for a retest of this area of structure. Reason being is because, as you can see on the 4 hour over here, that this price started to make head and shoulders. This was also one of my pairs from last couple of weeks actually. So I've been keeping my eye out on this pair. We can see a clear daily head and shoulders pattern right over here. Price rejected that, and now we're looking to go short. So I'm just going to be waiting for price to close below this structure right over here so I can go short into this weekly area of structure. And if we go down to monthly, we could see this crazy rejection over here. And also, let's just remove this. It just looks like monthly could tap into this area of structure right over here because it's a monthly candle, and it is also taking resistance from the EMA. So that is my analysis for EURUSD. Pretty simple, a clear structure over here. I'm just looking to tap into that. Next pair is AUDCAD. So AUDCAD is pretty simple. If we go down to weekly, we can see that there's an area of structure right over here and over here, and price is clearly heading towards it. There was a moment of range over here where price started ranging, consolidating, and price did give us a breakout, gave us a rejection of this area of resistance, and gave us a bullish candle again, confirming that price is willing to go back up again. So I'm going to be entering this trade as soon as the markets open. I'm going to be keeping an eye out. But I might enter this trade as soon as the markets open, tapping into somehow into this weekly area of supply, possibly getting a 2.5 risk to reward. I know the risk to reward isn't that great, but yeah, if you go down to daily, we could see this major area of supply where price did grab liquidity from the last few previous candles and closed almost bearish. As we can see the volume over here, that price turned green, but it doesn't really make a difference. So I'm just going to be looking for price to tap into this area and also reject this 200 EMA, but as 50 EMA is giving us support from this area of range. So this is one of my most interested pairs for this next week, so I'm just gonna push this up here. Now we're gonna go down to GBP CAD. So let's start with monthly. So as we can see, price has pretty much been bullish, gave us a bearish month with a good wick rejection, but I'm going to be looking for price to tap into this area of support and resistance again, because since this is a pretty strong area of structure, price can reject it a couple of times. And now as we can see that last week we got basically an evening star formation. Daily had shifted structure, basically destroying all of this higher lows out here. So I'm just going to be waiting for 4 hour to close below this area, completing this sort of head and shoulders formation, and then looking to go short down to weekly time frame again, down to weekly area of structure again. Yeah, this is honestly a pretty textbook setup right over here. Probably enter somewhere under here. Take profit, so stop loss will be somewhere above this area of structure, and take profit will be somewhere over here, granting me about, let's say I enter over here. Possibly I could put over here, so probably around like 2.5 risk to reward. If I'm feeling a little confident on this trade, I might go deep into this area, but I like to just presume that price is just gonna touch this area and just go back up. That's a good way to think about your trades. Always better be safe than sorry. So next pair is USD CAD. As we can see clearly, price is again, like I explained last week, price is at this area of major structure, right? And the movement was crazy from here to all the way to up there, from here to all the way to down here. I'm expecting USD to grow stronger next week, which is a fundamental strategy that I have. And also we can see that as soon as price came into this area, the momentum has gone. It started consolidating, which is a good sign for us to go long. If we get our entry, which is I want price to close above this 4 hour area of resistance, then yeah, I'll be very confident going long into these areas of supply and fair value gaps. Yeah, I'm not really interested in this fair value gap per se, but this area of supply is something that I'm looking at, targeting. Yeah, I just want the 4 hour to really close above this area of structure and resistance, where we can see that price has taken resistance, and so on. Next up is odd Swiss franc. Now this pair is already moving before I could enter, but I just thought I'd mention it. So we can see that monthly is pretty much insanely bearish. We got a really nice bearish candle with a really nice wick rejection. I think it's about 50% of the entire candle. Let me just take a look. So it's about this big. Now let's add this over here. Yeah, it's about 50% or more of this entire. Yeah, it's more than 50% of this candle. Yeah, if we go down to weekly, we get a better idea that, okay, price is basically willing to go back up and retest these areas of structure. Now, if we go down to daily, we could see that price is making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Price and 4 hour gives us a better idea as to what's happening. This is pretty simple market structure, price making highs, lows, highs, and now I wanted to enter somewhere over here when price shifted structure and rejected this 4 hour area of structure as well. I kind of missed out on this trade because it was at 2 in the morning and I just didn't really get the alert to enter, but yeah, I'm just going to be looking to enter this trade if I possibly get another setup. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes out on this pair too. Next up is EURUJPY. Now, this is kind of sad because I did get, so I was about to take this trade, but I just didn't get the retest that I wanted. So yeah, price just moved without me entering, but it's pretty much the same thing again. We can see that the weekly is kind of bullish right now. The monthly looks good. We did get a rejection candle right here, so we could go down again. But the weekly and daily look pretty strong. Daily breaking above this area of resistance with really strong candle right over here. So basically what we're going to do is wait for 4 hours to possibly tap into this area again and give us an entry. As you could see, that price almost tapped into my alert, but for some reason TradingView decided not to give me a notification for it again. So yeah, I'm just going to be looking to re-enter. I'm not going to revenge trade or anything. I'm just going to be really calm and collective about it. I just think that a price could just tap into this area again and then go bullish. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that too. Next up is USDJPY. Now, along with EURUJPY, I did enter this. Unfortunately, I was looking to enter this trade too. I did enter somewhere over here, and before it hit my take profit, it stopped me out at break even. So I'm kind of upset about that. But if you look at monthly, really good structure right here. We can make a lot out of this this information right over here. So if we go down to like weekly, we could see that there's this area of structure where price is heading to reject, so it can continue to go down. Now, what am I trying to do is I'm just trying to trade this move to the upside and then I can shift down to the downside. But so that's what my strategy was. If we go down to 4 hour, price is basically making highs, lows, a high, really clean rejection. Now, I don't expect price to tap into this area again. I expect price to just keep going up. So yeah, I'll be keeping my eye out. If for some reason I get a trade, let's say, into this area of structure right over here for the 1 hour, yeah, I'd be interested in entering this trade again and hopefully hitting my take profit. Yeah, and our next pair is GBP odd. Now, the thing with GBP odd is that price is kind of unfamiliar with where it wants to go, because last week we were looking to go long. It was pretty clean and neat, but you know, price closed like this. So we're just going to take advantage of how the markets are moving. Price closed under this major area of support where price was just rejecting continuously with wicks. We got a really nice strong candle. So what I'm going to be looking for is a clean 4 hour rejection from this area. So once price comes over here in 4 hour, I'm just going to be looking for patterns and entries on like the 30-minute, 15-minute or 1 hour time frame. It's pretty simple, pretty textbook trade. Have my alert set up. We have the EMAs over here. By the time price comes up over here, from down here, the 50 EMA is going to follow as well, giving us a crossover and price rejecting over here. So that would be a really good setup, a really ideal setup, I would say. Yeah, and a lot of confluences add up. So this is also one of my strongest pairs, but it's at the bottom because it's still kind of far. It could take a whole day for price to come back up here again. So I'm just going to leave my alert and let it do a thing. Now, gold. I wanted to go short on gold last week. As we can see, we got a clean rejection. Price is heading down, giving us a small retracement before heading back up on the higher time frame. Especially since so this rally for gold happened during the market uncertainty, where tariffs were going on, where Trump was dropping news every single day. But now that things have stabilized a little bit more, people have been exchanging their money from gold to other assets like S&P and NAS and US 30. So I'm going to be short. I was looking to short gold after price broke under this area of structure. I did not get a rejection from right over here. I waited for a better rejection, but unfortunately price came really close to my alert. Didn't really tap into the area that I planned to enter from and just started moving down. But if price does come back up here again, I'll be looking to go short on gold as well. So this is my strategy for this coming week. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on comments. I will definitely respond back to every single comment. And I hope you guys have a really good trading week. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.